We begin tonight with alarming new evidence. COVID-19 is racing unchecked through many communities as colder weather pushes people indoors and with the Thanksgiving holiday rapidly approaching. Disturbing new images tonight from El Paso, Texas, show a system under siege. Inmates helping transport the dead into refrigerated morgue trucks. As we come on the air, a record number of Americans are now in the hospital receiving treatment for COVID-19. Nearly 70,000 patients coast to coast. In Washington state, where the first COVID death was reported in February, the governor has halted indoor dining and shuttered gyms, one of several cities and states with new restrictions. Of course, the human toll as the nation closes in on 250,000 lives lost, now averaging well over 1,000 deaths each day. ABC's Trevor Ault leads our coverage from here in New York City.
Tonight, haunting images from El Paso showing the pandemic nightmare. Prison inmates helping to wheel out the dead from the medical examiner's office into mobile morgues. The coroners there overrun by a staggering body count, 380 deaths under investigation countywide.
It has been a nightmare. Let's just be honest.
Business owner Laura Rayborn is one of the many who have lost family members in El Paso. She's torn between safety and her livelihood, cautiously reopening her salon after a state appeals court overturned the county judge's lockdown order.
When I left last night, I was crying because there's a lot of people in the hospital, and this is not a victory.
And tonight, several states reimposing restrictions. New Mexico and Oregon rolling out 2-week stay-at-home orders. Michigan shutting down many in-person businesses and banning in-person learning in high schools and colleges. And Washington State Governor Jay Inslee banning indoor dining and gyms. And right before Thanksgiving, requiring at least a 7-day quarantine for any indoor gathering.
Today, November 15th, 2020, I have to report to Washingtonians is the most dangerous public health day in over 100 years in our state's great history.
A major reversal in North Dakota as it now reports 1,000 new cases a day, the governor issuing a mask mandate and indoor dining limits.
Our state is caught in the middle of a skyrocketing national COVID-19 storm.
But nurses there outraged at the governor's attempt to keep hospitals staffed by allowing infected nurses to keep working so long as they don't have symptoms.
They're just feeling like they're kind of hung out to dry at this point, and we can just continue to give and give and give, but no one's really caring about the nurses.
Nationwide, nearly 70,000 patients now receiving hospital care, a record high as hospitalizations are climbing in every state except Massachusetts and South Carolina.
The healthcare system's breaking, literally breaking.
The virus now claiming more than 1,000 American lives a day, a 60% jump from October. The obituaries in Minnesota's Star Tribune newspaper today taking up 10.5 pages.
People in the public need to take this pandemic serious because people are dying every day.
Regina Sudduth says both of her brothers are in the hospital with COVID, one of them on a ventilator, just days after the virus took her mother. Her hometown of Chicago starts a stay-at-home advisory tomorrow, one of many cities targeting outbreaks at the local level.
We're not going to get a national lockdown. I think that's very clear.
The U.S. now topping 11 million cases with 1 million new infections recorded in just the past week. In New Jersey, where the state just hit back-to-back daily case records, Governor Phil Murphy with this message to people who find masks uncomfortable and annoying.
You know what's really uncomfortable and annoying? When you die. That's my answer.
Okay, Trevor Ault joins us now from New York City. And Trevor, the nation's largest school district could be on the brink of another shutdown, but it's not happening tomorrow, right?
Right. Tom, New York City schools will cut off in-person learning when the 7-day positivity rate hits 3%. We're not there yet, so schools will be in session tomorrow, but the mayor's warned we could hit that number any day now. It is worth noting, though, Tom, Governor Cuomo has suggested the city should consider rethinking that threshold because it might actually be safer to have kids in schools with lower infection rates than their communities. Tom?
Yeah, the city and the state not exactly on the same page on that. Trevor, thank you.